Oh boy, we are talking about something everybody is discussing, and it's a lot of questions that you might have. So make sure you listen up. Hi, everybody. I am Evan Fitzgerald.
And I'm Vittoria Logli, and we're with At Properties Christie's International Real Estate. Today, we are going to dive deep into rising interest rates and what it means for homeowners or home buyers and the affordability. This might sound absolutely crazy, but believe it or not, your buying power may not have gone down as much as you think it has since last spring. So, we're going to dive deep into a few of the numbers now,
It does sound crazy, but we're going to
right?
bring up these numbers. The National Association of Realtors has some really good numbers that help understand or help you understand how things have changed, but maybe not in the way you think. Now, Victoria, we know that last spring, especially here in the Chicagoland area, this real estate market was
Crazy.
crazy. It was
Gangbusters.
out of control.
Yep. Been doing this
And
for 19 years and I've never seen anything like it, honestly, truly.
and what that meant for a lot of people was that home list prices were going up, 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 up. And for a lot of people, list price wasn't even all you had to pay. You had to go over and above that to secure a property because it was such a
Right.
competitive
Or
market.
not do an inspection or not do, various things like that, which is crazy, right? Um, but things have settled down a bit, which actually is probably better for all those buyers that missed out on all these multiple offer situations, which was heartbreaking, I'm sure. But now is your time.
Right. And these numbers right here are going to show you why, even with interest rates rising the way they have, your buying power may not have changed compared to that crazy market from the spring in the way that maybe you thought. So we're going to break this down here. And this is a really easy way to sort of look at how things have changed over the last 6 months. And it's pretty representative. So 6 months ago, you're looking at a property. It's listed at $450,000. That property might have sold above list with multiple offers. So in this case, they're saying the property actually sells for $500,000. So it costs you $500,000 to actually secure the property. You put 10% down, and your interest rate was fairly low, not
Right.
historically low, but fairly low at 4.5%. So their math says that your total monthly payment on your mortgage is around $3,028. Okay, fast forward 6 months to today. Same property, $450,000 list price. But now, because list prices are coming down, and we want to make it clear that doesn't mean property
Right.
values are coming down, list
List
prices are
price.
coming down. Right. And
Exactly.
Victoria, I know that this is something that you
Oh, it
harp on
drives me
all the time.
crazy when people are like the values are going down, the market's going down. No, it's not. It's list prices that are going down. And, sellers can't add 50,000, 100,000 to the last highest comp and expect to get that now. You just can't do it. You have to price in the sweet spot, as I always say, right?
Right.
So
So in
so
this
now maybe
particular
buyers
case,
can actually, yeah, get a little bit of a discount off of a list price.
exactly. So in this particular case, on that $450,000 property, you're able to secure the property for $425,000, and from there you put the same 10% down. But your interest rate, I know this is scary, but it's gone up
8%.
significantly, 2 full points versus 6 months ago. So we're at 6.5%, and that might make you think, the heart starts racing and says
Right.
6.5%. That's a significant change, which it is. But because list prices have come down over that period of time, and because you're actually spending less money to secure the property, your total monthly payment, according to these numbers right here, barely goes up. It goes up to $3,053. So, in essence, you're spending on a monthly basis the same for that property as you would have 6 months ago, even though interest
Right.
rates have risen as high as they have.
Now, even if you buy it for 450, those numbers aren't going to go up exponentially. Maybe they'll be
Right.
closer to, I don't know, what, 30 or 3,075 or 80, somewhere in there, right? The other thing you can do, and you have to talk to lenders, you can buy down points, right? So maybe put a little bit less down and then buy down the points if you plan on staying in the property for maybe more than 7 years. It might make mathematical sense for you. But I totally agree. Like, even if you get the property for full price or a hair under, you're really not spending that much more. And I know it seems a little strange because it's 2 percentage points
Right.
higher, but you're not going in with 10 offers. So this is your opportunity.
Absolutely. And then another thing that, we want people to think about, and I just want to say ahead of time, we don't predict where interest rates are going to go. We don't know for sure. We know that historically the rates that where rates are right now are not historically out of line with what we've seen in past decades. But over time, they could go up, they could go down. So we don't know for sure. But it is possible that over the period of this loan, that interest rates might come back down, which means you would have an opportunity to refinance that loan. And ultimately, if that were to happen, you'd be paying less on your monthly payment than you do
Right.
6 months ago. Whereas
100%.
when you pay that higher price, that price is not coming down.
But one thing I want to say on that, don't count on it. Buy the house you can afford today. Please buy the house you can afford today. Don't hedge your bets. This isn't Vegas, right? Don't hedge your bets. Buy the house you can afford today. And then it's a bonus, and you put money in your pocket if it actually goes down, and you can refi.
It's a potential pleasant surprise down the line, just something that could be a nice thing that might happen, that opportunity. You're giving yourself the opportunity for that, but obviously you want to make sure that you're budgeting for the fact that the house may cost what it costs for the life of the loan. We don't know whether interest rates will come down, whether they'll go up. I mean, that's sort of the way that it goes historically. So we don't try to be fortune tellers when it comes to that stuff, but it is possible. And so it's just something to think about when you're looking at your long-term planning. So
marry the house, date the rate. I've heard this. Marry the house, date the rate, right? Like, that makes sense. Got to make sure you can afford what you can afford, but you got to fall in love with the house. That's the most important thing. It needs to be right for your family.
And Vittoria, I got to say, I mean, we do this for a living professionally, and we're dealing with these numbers all the time. But when I first looked at these side by side, it is a little surprising, even for us, that you're not necessarily paying more on your mortgage than you were before. And that sort of speaks, I think, to how hot the market was in the spring, how high prices had come, and how competitive things were. And not to say that things now, again, we want to harp on this. We want to make sure people understand values aren't coming down, but the difference is the level of competition. It's not, I mean, we were dealing with situations where we would come in with buyers, there would be 10, 12 offers in the first weekend. It was very intimidating. It was a difficult situation. It gave people anxiety, which I totally understand. Right. We're just not in that place anymore. We're sort of moving back to more of that seasonal market. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No.
Better for everybody to have a balance, right? So thank you. We're very curious to find out, what are your predictions? What % interest rate do you think we're going to see in the next couple of months? 6%, 7%, 8%, 12%? Ooh, I hope not. Put it comments below and let us know what your prediction is for interest rates in the future. Thanks for watching.